Aloha, everyone. Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. First off, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Decade, everyone. I hope your 2019 was as prosperous as it was for all of us at BigWaveTrading.com. Hopefully 2020 is better. And with that being said, I'm hoping for better overall chart patterns and signals in 2020. This year was one of the weirdest uptrend years ever. This is a monthly chart of the SPY. And what I want to show everybody is that with the S&P 500 rallying off the lows here by 35%, the entire move higher has come with my monthly time segment volume below the moving average signal line. This indicates that this is not a strong uptrend. Want to see a strong uptrend? We got one in 2017 and 2018. Want to see another strong uptrend? 2013 to 2014. And it goes like this, all the way back. You can see whenever we were really weak and the moving average line was below the zero line, we were in a bear market. You can see from 2009, 2011, how when we were above it, good things happen. This just has been like this forever. I mean, it's been like this. I've used this indicator forever. And whenever the time segment volume line is above the signal line and I have hot charts, I know to load the boat whenever I get great signals. And what I consider hot and beautiful chart patterns can be found on the website, BigWaveTrading.com, under my past big winners section. Haven't updated it recently, just do not have the time anymore. But if you look at some of the past big winners in that section, you're going to see some amazing charts in the past that we do not see anymore. So if I don't get hot charts when this time segment volume on the monthly basis is trending lower and the time segment volume is trending lower, I throw darts. I never thought by throwing 1% darts I would get fully invested and stay fully invested and just rotate out of laggards to leaders. But that is indeed what happened this year. I'm hoping in 2020 I either get hot charts, prettier charts, and or we can get this time segment volume line above this moving average line on any of the indices. Now, they've all been bearish since September or October of 2018. The IWM, whoops, let me clear all this, erase all. This IWM has been bearish since June of 2018. And if you notice, it really hasn't gone anywhere. Now, you'll notice we're getting close to crossing. I'm hoping at the start of the trading day on Thursday, we'll finally have crossed higher. If we do, that will tell me I can go back to putting 2.5% to 5% to up to 10% per long position into new signals. But until this actually happens, I'm going to keep throwing darts until I get a hot chart. If I get a hot chart, I'll increase it too. And I will in no way, shape, or form put 10 to 20% of my capital into any new position until the monthly time segment volume is bullish and I have hot charts. So with that being said, this video lesson, wanted to give you a broad general market overview. Before we move on, also want to thank everybody that's liking the videos, that's subscribing, that's ringing the bell. I really, really, really appreciate all of the love. Living on Maui, it's very lonely, this profession, but I love surfing, and surfing is a true passion of mine, and I don't know what I don't know. I would like to move from Maui and day trade with New York Stock Exchange times in better time zones, but I don't, after living here for so long, 20 years almost, I don't know how I could ever move away. So with that being said, if you guys can keep liking my videos, if you like them, subscribe, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, but better yet, leave some comments. Talk to me, guys. I'm about ready to buy a new microphone, set up a microphone, and put myself on video so you can see me talking to the camera in the hopes that that creates some dialogue. But right now, even if you hate what you see, if you're disgusted by it, if you can't stand my voice, just let me know. Hey, I love interaction. And right now on the YouTube community, there's like I got plenty of likes, plenty of views, not plenty of views, but enough views that you would think that I would get 1 or 2 comments. Still waiting for some. So, hit me up, guys. Talk to me. Tell me what you want to see, because if you don't, we're just going to keep doing what I've been doing. And on that note, let's get into the gist of everything. Funny, you see SIG show up here, and as you can see, we're making money in it. I've been shaken out of a lot of it, but it's working. So what I want to do today is that I'm going to go over the once again, the one and only 100% sell signal from Tuesday session. I have a new long signal. It's actually another add signal on a position I still haven't been able to get, even though this will be its fourth signal. We'll go over that. And right now, I just want to review 5 winners, show you how they're performing and what they looked like when I went long. So first off, let's look at TORC, because TORC was a big winner on Friday. Now, TORC, since going long, is up 23% in under a month. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'll take that any day of the week and or year. This is what TORC looked like the day I went long. It's an oversold swing trade signal. It had bullish divergences on the RSI stochastics and MACD. My balance of power is maxed out. I have heavier above average volume and a candle over candle signal. The game plan was to get long at 123 with initial stops here and here. That triggered and filled, and since it triggered and filled, TORC has behaved properly. Now, following this day here, I went ahead and put 50% good to cancel sell limit order at 148. Intraday on Tuesday, that was hit, so I'm already out of 50% of it. My next target is 192, and then currently my next target is 368. So I have 50% of what I have remaining with the good to cancel sell limit here, and the other 50% right there. I have a stop here, I have a stop here, and a final stop right there. Actually, I have a stop here too. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 stops on this name. But TORC is an example of a stock that's working right ever since we went long. Just wanted to show you what it looked like. LK, we've reviewed this one over and over, but it was hitting a new high on Tuesday. LK, huge short float, earnings winner, bullish hammer candle off strong price support the next day on above average volume with max green bop. I went long at the market the next morning. I rarely ever do that, but I really like the chart, and it was indicating a gap higher. So as you all know, I did something I rarely ever do, and I went at the market, and I took a position in LK. It has worked out, and LK just keeps on ripping higher. LK is now up 82% in about 1.5 months. Not bad whatsoever on LK. So for now, my first stop on LK is this green bop, the last green bop candle right here. So I got a stop here. I have a stop right here, profit stop. I have another profit stop here. And my final profit stop is right here. If LK trades below this low right here, I'll be completely knocked out of LK. But for now, all is well. There are no current profit targets on LK because it's at new all-time highs. Speaking of new all-time highs, CCXI. Here's another one where right now I don't have any profit targets on it because it just keeps moving higher. CCXI was another hammer candle off strong price support on a new price discovery level on above average volume with max green bop. I do believe it had an elevated short position. It took a while before it finally triggered. It triggers up and through my good to cancel price at $30.99, which 31 was my stop and my limit, with initially the only sell stop level right there. CCXI held that level, finally triggered, and since then it's been smooth sailing. I had a 50% profit target on it at $36.88. That was hit, I believe, on this day here. There is no subsequent profit targets. It has been working solid since. 30% gain in a little under 1 month. Not too bad. Then, of course, MTNB. We've gone over this one over and over and over, but just for anybody that's new watching the video, we got an engulfing hammer candle of strong price support on above average volume. Max green bop for my perfect speculator scan. CCXI was also from my perfect speculator scan. LK was from my IPO scan. TORC is from my green bop scan, and I believe I found it in my tertiary scan. Anyway, 121 was the good to cancel buy stop limit levels, triggers and fills on this day here. One stop here and an emergency final stop there initially. MTNB worked its way higher. I've consistently throughout this uptrend been adding stops at every major reversal point. That included one on this day. That was hit. This was also an add signal day, and I got filled the next day. So I got 2% at MTNB. So that's why it's been easy for me to just keep doing this to reduce my position in MTNB. But this was the first sell stop Then I put a sell stop here, hit this day, added a sell stop at 240, and it hit 240 on Tuesday. Now with the reversal off the highs here, 249 is my next 50% profit target, followed by 399 on MTNB. I have a stop here. 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 And I have a final profit stop. Actually, it's because it's splitting hairs right here on MTNB. Since the initial long position, look at that, guys. MTNB, 90% gain in a little under one, or a little over 1 month. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then the next one I want to go over is a slow mover, DEA. DEA has been a slow mover, showing that they're all not exciting, but even if you want to take a less risky name, you can make a lot of money. DEA had an engulfing candle over candle pattern on heavier above average volume, increase in green bop. I believe DEA is can slim quality. If not, this would have showed up in my price volume bop surge scan. Not sure. But the bottom line is DEA has been a steady uptrender the entire way. And right now on DEA, I'm sitting with a 13% gain in about 3.5 months. And yes, that's slow, but I've been collecting a dividend in this stock. And you can be sure I didn't load up on this one because it's too slow. Right now, my focus are biotech stocks. I like to go where the hot stocks and hot sectors are. And then this is how tight my stops are. So for DEA, following Tuesday session, I have 50% of my stops right here. The final 50% right there. Do I have any profit targets? When you look at this chart, you know I don't. It's hitting new all-time highs. So we just looked at all the winners. We saw the large percent gains they produce. What happens when something doesn't work out on my end? Well, interesting note, PSMT triggers a long signal on this day. I set my good to cancel sell stop limit at 73.90. The next day, it hits 73.90, but it does not trigger. And it happens to trigger an add signal, candle over candle, heavier above average volume, increase in green bop, and a pocket pivot point signal. That trade also never triggers. So I got 2 live orders out there that have never triggered. Then, I guess on this day here, I decided, oh, I am incorrect. This was the first long, okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. Sorry. This was the initial long signal on 12/17, heavier above average volume, increase in green bop, 72.50. The 72.50, I did not have so it gaps up this day, pulls down, does not trigger. I get an add signal this day, and on the same day that I get an add signal, it triggers this good to cancel buy stop limit order, but I don't have 1% available for it, so I don't get filled. This day happens, they never trigger because they never trade up and through 73.90 or 91 following that day. So I'm still in it. But this order has been called back on now and is live. I get filled. So the initial long position at 72.50 gets filled on this session here. But unfortunately, fortunately for me, because it didn't trigger these other 2 add signals, PSMT doesn't work out. And following Tuesday's session, it is closing at 71.02 below 71.34 and 71.21. 71.20 was my final good to cancel sell stop level. When it hit 71.20 intraday on Tuesday, it knocked me completely out of PSMT. What is the total damage in PSMT from the new long position? 2%. Not bad whatsoever. So that takes us to the one and only new long position, GFF. GFF was initially a new long position on this day, gapped up, pulled back down. Was an add signal this day, was an add signal this day. All 3 of these orders are still out and live for me because they have never triggered. Today is an add signal after Tuesday's session. Open candle, open body off strong price support, heavier above average volume, max green. It's can slim quality, it's perfect speculator quality, has 9% of its short float. The game plan is a trade up and through 2037. That's going to be where my good to cancel buy stop and limit order is, 2037. The only cut loss level, these lows right here, which I believe is 1990. All right, everyone.